Hey guys, it's Leanne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video, as the title suggests, is a full face of Primark makeup. So Primark makeup, for anyone who doesn't know, who's maybe not from the UK, is just a American equivalent to a drugstore brand basically. So this tutorial is probably more beneficial to people in the UK who can actually access Primark. But I wanted to do this tutorial anyway because it's an affordable tutorial and all the products are cruelty free. Two things that are important, and I just kind of wanted to do my everyday natural makeup look in all Primark makeup products. So yeah, if you want to see how to achieve this look and you can recreate it yourself, then obviously stick around, keep on watching. Before we jump in, don't forget to like the video and also think about subscribing and turn on the notification bell if makeup reviews and makeup tutorials are your thing, and makeup giveaways as well. Actually, I've got a makeup giveaway coming up pretty soon, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out. So to start today, I'm going to be going in with the Primark PS Futures Bright Daily Defense Facial Moisturiser. So this is SPF 30, which is obviously so important, especially right now in the UK when it's been so hot, which I am loving, by the way. So it's got a pump as well, which literally I looked so hard in Primark for a moisturiser with a pump because it just stops you from putting too much onto the face. And this smells of watermelon, by the way. And it literally does just remind you of summer. Well, reminds me of summer. So I have already primed the eyelids, and I've primed them using the Primark PS Pro Camouflage Flawless Matte Concealer. And this is in the shade Warm 123. So I'm just going to let that moisturiser sink into the skin for about 2 more minutes or so. And then I'm going to be going in with a liquid highlight. So this is the Primark PS Liquid Glow Highlight. And this is in the shade Golden Glow. But I have also picked up another one. So same product, 2 liquid illuminators. This one is obviously darker than this one, so I'm going to be using this one. But this shade is called Copper Flame. So I'm going to be applying this underneath the foundation. So today I'm going to be using my little trusty plastic palette, as I always do. And I'm going to be tipping some of the highlight onto here, which just means we literally do not waste any product. So I've scooped some out actually with my Inglot 57S spatula. So I've not actually picked up a primer from Primark, so I'm just going to be using this liquid highlighter as a primer today. As you can see, it just gives the skin a nice little bit of a glow. And then now for foundation, I'm going to be going in with the Primark PS My Perfect Colour Double Coverage Matte Foundation. So this is a long wear matte finish oil free foundation, and it is SPF 15. So the shade I'm wearing is the shade Beige. Now this doesn't actually have a pump, so I'm going to just have to take that same Inglot spatula and just scoop some out. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this little palette is also from Primark, and it was so inexpensive, so it's definitely worth picking one up. So to apply the foundation, I'm going to be going in with the Primark 102 Foundation Blending Brush, and I'm just simply going to be just patting this brush on top of the foundation. I'm not swiping or rubbing, I'm just literally pressing this into the skin, because that way you'll achieve a more full coverage. So as you can see, I've buffed in the foundation, and it is a full coverage foundation, so I am pretty happy with the coverage now. So now I'm going to go in with concealer. So this Flawless Matte Camouflage Concealer, it's got one of those little squirty nibs on, but I don't really trust that because sometimes too much comes out. So I've applied a little bit to my little palette, and I'm just going to be going in with a Zoeva 144 brush, and I'm doing the technique that I always do, which is winging the concealer up on the outer corners and just applying a little bit onto the inner corners as well. As by doing this, I find that I don't waste any product, and it manages to stay crease free because I haven't applied too much product. And obviously on the corner, it gives it a nice lift. So I'm going to blend this away with the Kate Hayes beauty sponge from Home & Bargain. Now I know this is not Primark, but I didn't actually have a Primark beauty sponge, so I'm going to be using a Home & Bargain one instead. So to set the under eye, I'm going to be going in with the Primark PS My Perfect Colour Bake It Setting Powder. So this is a shine control velvet matte finish and it's oil free. So on the inside it's got one of those spongy little nets, like a little trampoline. So I'm so sorry if you can hear that drilling in the background as well, by the way. My mum is getting shutters fitted in the next room, so I apologise. So there probably won't be much talking while I'm doing this, just to save you listening to that. First, I'm just going to make sure that there's no creases on the under eye. So for eyeshadow today, I'm going to actually be using a Primark bronzer. So this is the Primark PS Bronze Glow Matte Bronzing Powder, and this is the shade Suspect. So I'm going to be applying this with the Primark 101 HD Kabuki brush. Just going to try and keep things as Primark as possible today. So I'm just literally applying this all over the eyelid. And I'm not doing a certain eyeshadow technique today. I'm literally just doing a wash of colour all over the eyes. So as you can see, this brush fits perfectly into my actual eyelid space. So all I'm doing is just literally packing that colour on. And how quick was that? It's basically done. And all I'm doing now is taking a clean, fluffy blending brush and just fading those edges right up to the brow bone. And when I say fading, I literally just mean running the brush backwards and forwards very gently. So windscreen wiper motions. And I'm just taking that straight up to the brow bone. And then one last little pat of colour just on the eyelid. And then now I'm just going to dust off the powder. So as you can see, I'm actually sweeping the powder upwards, and that's just to make sure that I keep the shape of the concealer that I applied in. So now I'm going to actually be using the bronzer as a bronzer now. So I'm going in now with the Primark 111 Flathead Contour Brush. Now this brush is literally perfect because it's so angled. It's such a sharp angled brush that it just gives you that perfect sculpted look just with one sweep. So I'm going to be going in with a clean brush now. So this is the Peaches and Creams PC25 brush. And I'm just going to be making sure that this bronzer is fully blended in. And then I'm just going to be doing a little bit of nose contour. Just taking that same brush, a little bit more of the bronzer. And then now I'm going to be going back in with the baking powder just to bake underneath the contour, which will really help it to look extra defined. So then now I'm going to be going in with highlight. So this is the Primark PS Topaz Glow highlighting powder. So I'm going to be applying this with the Inglot 38 SS brush. Some different tones in there. There's a lighter gold, there's more of a bronze. Tapping off any excess because I think this is quite deep for my skin tone. That actually looks quite nice. That actually looks nicer than I remembered it. So I'm wiping away the excess first, and then I'm simply pressing the rest of it into the skin. So then now for the lips, I'm going to be going in with the Primark lip liner pencil, and this is in the shade Toast. So I actually really love the Primark lip liners, and personally I wouldn't really say you could tell that some of the products are cheaper. Like the bronzer on the eyelids is blended away just as good as the MAC Cosmetics Mineralized Skin Finish powders do on the eyes, so I'm really impressed with them. The highlight as well, it's really pigmented, you can really see it. The powder, there's not much caking underneath the eyes. Now it's not my favourite powder, but I do still really like it. But I do just need to blend in this bronzer a little bit because it's such a stark contrast from the deep bronze to the white underneath. So I'm just going to blend over that, but that's like my only complaint up to now. And these lip liner pencils feel so creamy. They literally feel the exact same texture as a MAC pencil or a Morphe pencil, and this was literally £1, so you could literally buy 16 of these for the price of one MAC pencil. So I'm just gonna blend this contour in as I explained. Now I did actually buy a blusher, but I don't know what I've actually done with it. Can't find the blush, so I'm just going to be giving the blush a miss for today. Sorry for anyone who is interested in a blush from Primark. So now I'm going to be going in with the Primark Powder Luxe Intense Pigment Weightless Powder Matte Finish Lipstick, and this is in the shade Caramel. Now I really didn't like this when I first tried it. I think it's just a bit too orangey for me, a bit too much of a warm tone for the type of nudes I normally go for. So it is very orange. I'm not sure if that's really showing up on camera, but to me it's a little bit too orangey. I think it's nice, but just for my personal preference, I'm not really into it. Like, I actually love the packaging. I think the packaging's gorgeous. The lid is magnetic. How satisfying is that? And all Primark's products are cruelty free, by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but this is just literally reminding me of the little cruelty free bunny. So yeah, the lid's magnetic, as I was saying. I do like the formula. It feels really creamy and smooth on the lips and hydrating, but I just don't like the actual colour. So I'd definitely purchase this again, but in a different colour. Let me know if you've tried any of these lipsticks in a different colour. But I have got to say that these are literally such a good dupe. Well, packaging wise, I mean, because I've never tried the Huda Beauty matte lipsticks, but these are such a good dupe packaging wise for the Huda Beauty ones. So I'll put a picture up so you can compare. But yeah, I actually love the packaging. It's so sleek. So we'll go back and buy more of these, but just definitely not in this shade. So I'm going to be going in with my little Primark eyelash curlers now, and then I'm going to be going on top of that with the Primark PS False Lash Queen Dramatic Volume Fullness Length Mascara, and this is just in the shade Black. But I might actually do a check back in throughout the day to see how well this lipstick's lasted, and to actually see how the face looks after I've been and sat in the sun for a while and done my actual day. So we'll actually see if the formula of the Primark foundation is actually oil free now, and I really do love this mascara. If you watch this channel regularly, you will have definitely seen me use this mascara. Now, last but not least, for the eyes, I'm just going to be going in with the Primark PS Liquid Shadow Duo. So on one end, you've got a metallic liquid eyeshadow, and then on the other, you've got a matte liquid eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using the metallic one, and this is in the shade Dreamboat. It's got like a fine tip, so I'm just going to be applying that just to the centre of the eyes to give a spotlight eye and to make my eyes look bigger. And then I'm just going to be pressing this in with my fingertip, just to make sure there's no harsh lines or edges. But yeah, I am still mainly focusing this just on the centre of the eye. It just gives a nice dewy effect to the eyes. And then lastly, I'm going to go in with the PS Prep and Perfect Prime and Infuse Instant Hydration Priming Spray. And this literally smells of coconut. It's so nice. I don't think I've repurchased any other setting spray since I bought this one. It's so good. And then I'm just going to dry the skin with my little fan. So yeah, this is the finished and completed look. I'm really happy with how everything looks. I think the skin looks really nice, and I actually do think that adding this liquid glow, liquid illuminator underneath the foundation has really made a difference, because this is a matte foundation, but I've used this on its own before, not with an illuminator underneath, and today, because I use this, I'm actually really noticing a difference in the skin. It definitely looks a lot more dewy and glowy. So the products that I would definitely 100% recommend from this tutorial are the Liquid Glow Illuminator, definitely the lip liner is amazing. I definitely recommend the mascara as well. The mascara is fantastic. It's really as good as other high-end mascaras that I've used. I definitely recommend these as well. I think they've given the eyes a really nice bit of shimmer, and they're so easy to use. And obviously you get the metallic one, which I've used today, and you get a matte one. So I've actually done in the past a full eyeshadow look with these. So I've done the matte one and then the shimmer just in the centre like so. So I definitely recommend that. I do think this is amazing. I would definitely recommend that. So they're probably my 5 standout products, I would say. So I actually would really recommend the foundation as well, because it is so matte and it is very full coverage. Yeah, so they're my 6 standout products. So 3 skin products, 2 eye products and 1 lip product, and obviously all prices are on screen. So if you've tried any of these products, let me know what you think in the comment section, or if you actually have any recommendations from Primark that you would like me to try out on this channel, let me know. Or even if it's just a recommendation of like you think something's a really good product from Primark and you think I need to try it, let me know that as well, because like I said, I love a bargain, and the fact that it's cruelty free just makes it even more satisfying for me personally. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking around to the very end. I really do appreciate it. Obviously don't forget to like the video, subscribe and comment, and also turn on the notification bell, because just doing even one of those things really helps me out so much with the algorithm. So yeah, I will see you in my next tutorial. So guys, I'm just checking back in as I promised that I would. So it's been roughly about 4 hours. So this is how the skin's looking. I'm still really impressed with the skin. Bear in mind, I've been out sunbathing in the sun all day, and I've actually had something to eat and something to drink, and the lip line is still on. The lipstick is still there, but very faintly. It has actually came off quite a bit, and I would actually say that the foundation definitely is oil free and possibly even sweat resistant as well, because I've definitely been a little bit hot and the weather's very humid out, but for whatever reason the foundation is still looking quite flawless. It's not came off on the chin, on the nose or anywhere, so I'm actually made up with how this makeup is looking hours later. The eyes are still on, not that they'd be off, but you know, like sometimes eyelids can sweat as well, but everything else is literally perfect. It's only the lips, which is to be expected, because obviously eating and drinking, and then obviously when you talk you have a little bit of saliva and all that palaver, so yeah, they're normally like one of the first things to come off. But I am genuinely impressed, because they're still actually on the lips, more on the top lip for some reason, not on the bottom lip. I don't know why. There's my little check-in and my little update. So yeah, I'm obsessed with how this look is and all the products used.